Hi children, welcome back to the English Academic Facilitator. This is Apale assisting you to face your Edexcel IGCSE English Language B paper successfully. Today I'm going to discuss the important facts you should be aware of when answering the paper 1. I thought of starting with an R paper that happens to be 2014 May morning R paper. So you are advised to download this paper and do it by yourself after watching this video. You can send your answers to me for reviews if needed, but before that, please make sure that you've subscribed the channel. In this video, I'm gonna discuss how to structure your section A answers with my sample answers and what you are expected to and which areas you should consider in each question. More importantly, as the space given to answer is limited, how to structure the answer within the space and how to identify the number of points you need to grasp and what else you need to concentrate on in order to gain full marks. The next important fact you should consider is the time management. Which questions you need to spend more time and which questions you should skim the text and answer as quickly as possible, taking little time, etc. As it is instructed, you need to read the questions carefully before answering. You are getting 4 questions from text 1, so we'll read and answer the text 1 first. So pause the video and skim the text as quickly as possible to get an overview picture of the text. Skimming means quick reading of the text to get a general idea of the text. Now let's skim the second and third paragraphs as quickly as possible. Now let's move on to fourth and fifth paragraphs as well. This illustration shows how they enjoy their freedom without considering the table manners as well. And let's skim the rest. Skim the last part. Now let's move on to the answer booklet. There are 10 questions based on text 1 and text 2 in the extracts in the booklet. And the time duration is 40 minutes and you have to spend 40 minutes for all 10 questions. So you have to manage your time accordingly. Now let's take the first question taken from text 1. According to text 1, name one country with a free or democratic school. The first question is usually a literal question and most probably you'll find the answer in the first paragraph. So you need to skim the first paragraph to spot the answer as quickly as possible and then transfer the answer into the answer sheet, taking few seconds only. In this question, the answer is easily recognizable, so no need to take much time on this question. So when you skim this section, you can see the countries, a list of countries. So what you have to do is to name only one country: Israel, Japan, New Zealand, Thailand, United States. Question number 2, lines 14 to 25, give a description of Summerhill School. In your own words, describe the school environment. Total for question 3, 3 marks. In this question, you have to confine to the section given and structure your answer accordingly. Here you should concentrate on three factors. One is the marks for the question. It's 3. 3 marks means you need to find 3 points from the given section. Next factor is using your own words. But here, don't struggle much to replace synonyms for each and every word. You are expected to use synonyms where necessary. Pay attention towards different structures as well. Then next fact is the space given. Here you need to structure your answer within 5 lines. Keeping these factors in front of your mind, let's scan the section and highlight the key areas. You need to scan the section while highlighting 3 important facts related to the school environment. First of all, a community of over 100 people. The strength of the school is important. And then, Victorian house and grounds 2 miles from the east coast of Suffolk. The location and the type of building are also important. Then most of the children live in the school during the term time, though there are day pupils as well. So, whether it's a single gender or mixed school is also an important factor. So both boys and girls are studying there. So it is important. And then plenty of space for cycling, hut building, tree climbing, bonfires, camping and imaginative games. That is also a little unusual, so you can mention it. The fact that the community is given plenty of freedom is also important, so you can choose this one as a fact. This is my sample answer. Summerhill School is a small mixed school in east coast of Suffolk that provided formal education for foreign students living in UK, apart from the citizens who contribute less than half of the student body. It is a boarding school for most of the students, yet there are day scholars who can have a lot of fun inside the premises. I used my own word mixed here. The location and the type of students are also attached to the sentence using a complex structure. Then in the next sentence, I included 2 other facts using synonyms boarding school and day scholars. I also included an additional fact that they are getting much freedom to play. But if the space isn't enough for you, you can leave that additional fact. It depends on the sentence structure you use. If you use complex structures, you can save space. It also depends on the style and the size of your handwriting as well. I included more than 3, but you can leave some points here. Question number 3. Summerhill School offers an unusual about it. Using lines 26 to 36, name 3 things that are unusual about it. So here it's easy. You have to find 3 points and you can write the points in point form. You need not to explain or describe anything. Just use point form to name the things. In this section, here I found 6 possible unusual things. You can choose any 3. First one is new timetable is created each term when the older children have signed up for classes. That's not common in other schools. And free access to art, woodwork and computers, they are also not common. Open areas where kids not in classes can hang out, amuse themselves, socialize, play games, be creative. These things are not familiar in other schools. And no pressure to conform to adult ideas. That is also unusual. All lessons are optional. That is not common in other schools. And the last one, ombudsman who investigates and tries to solve complaints and problems. That is also unusual because usually the principal and the teachers are the authorities concerned in other schools regarding discipline of a child. So this is also unusual. This is how I named. A new timetable is created every term for sign up for classes. Number 2, having open areas to hang out and amuse themselves. Number 3, they ask an ombudsman to investigate their complaints and problems. Question number 4, in your own words, explain why the writer says Summerhill School is a happy and caring community. First of all, you have to check the space. There are 6 lines for the answer and altogether 3 marks. 3 marks means you have to find out 3 points and use your own words. You have to structure it within this space. This is the last question from text 1. So the answer should be given from the overall view of the text. Here are the possible points you can use. Everyone shares feelings or emotions, general trusting atmosphere, open and honest, easy relationship between staff and students, or everyone helps to solve problems, everyone is equal, close community, sharing, everyone is on the same level. So out of these few points, you can select 3 points and structure the answer using your own words within 5 lines. This is a sample answer I prepared for you. They enjoy their freedom to the maximum because of their right to play when they are free from studies. The curriculum that allows them to choose the lessons undoubtedly brings them happiness. Teachers are free from involving with their behavioral matters, and they themselves are given freedom to deal with them so that the friendly rapport between 2 parties might also bring them happiness. Now let's move on to text 2. It's about a super school for the global age. Now let's skim the first paragraph. Now let's skim another 2 paragraphs, and you can have a look at the illustration. It shows the students are studious, not like the previous one. They are studious and they are doing some academic work here. Skim the next 3 paragraphs as well. Now you can read the last 3 paragraphs. Now let's do the questions from the article about avenues, one of a new type of school. Using lines 5 to 13, name 2 things that make avenues different. Only 2 things. It should be a literal question. And let's see the answer. Here we need to scan lines 5 to 13 to spot the answers. Name 2 things that make avenues different. So you have to find out 2 things only. Half of all subjects are taught in either Mandarin or Spanish is little different, and every pupil is armed with an iPad from the age of 7 at that time. It's unusual, and attend class virtually is quite unusual. All pupils to be trilingual is somewhat different. Studying at schools around the world is amazing. Here as well, you need to name the things, then point form is also okay. Number 1, studying at schools around the world. Number 2, half of all subjects are taught in Mandarin or Spanish. So you are getting 2 marks for 2 things. Question number 6, write down 2 things that the writer particularly notices about the school. That is, the writer particularly notices about the school. It should be little amazing. This time you are not guided towards the answer and you need to skim to find the relevant section. This is the section that you can find the answer. The first thing that hits you about avenues is the highlight. This topic sentence shows that it is something that the writer specifically notices, and it is followed by the explanation. So that is 1 point for the answer. The first thing that hits you about avenues is the light. All 215,000 square feet of this high-ceilinged 10-floor former grocery warehouse built in 1928 are bathed in light. And after that, the second is the atmosphere of calm. The second means the second thing that hits the writer. So it is another point. It is about the calmness of the atmosphere. It's morning break time, yet despite the presence of 1,600 students aged 3 to 12, it will go up to 18 once the building is finished. The unruly uproar one might expect to hear echoing through the hallways is absent. Now you can see there are two points here. So you can write both points. Even if you write the light and the calm, you are getting full marks. But I have answered like this: the light that illuminates the whole 215,000 square feet building, and number 2, the quietness of the students during break time. Question number 7. In your own words, describe what are presented as the heartwarming aspects of the school. There are 5 lines to answer and you are getting 3 marks. So you have to find 3 things and structure your answer by using your own words. Here as well, you are not guided. So spend few seconds to spot the relevant section. For that, you can read the topic sentences in each paragraph and no need to read the whole text. Here you find the answer. The topic sentence says there are many heart-warming aspects of avenues. So it's easy to spot the section. Here the physical setting of the classrooms ensures equality. Classroom tables set in a semicircle ensure that there is no such thing as a back row. And it is different from usual classroom setting. So there's no backward students to be found. Next fact is common play areas. Common play areas encourages the unity and integrity among students. And another fact is parents are considered a part of the school community so that they can hang out in the school cafe as long as they want. So this is what I structured using my own words. The physical setting of the classrooms ensures the equality as no one is sitting at the back. Common play areas encourage the oneness among the students. Parents are also welcomed to the school cafeteria to refresh themselves, spending their sweet time that gives them a feeling of belonging. Question number 8, in lines 32 to 45, the writer comments on technology within the school. In your own words, identify 2 of the points she makes about technology in the school and provide an example from the text to support each point. So this time you have to find out 2 points from the given area with some evidences. So you are getting one mark for each point and 1 mark for each evidence. Question number 8. In lines 32 to 45, the writer comments on technology within the school. In your own words, identify 2 of the points she makes about technology in the school and provide an example from the text to support each point. Let's scan the area. Avenues has been billed as the most technologically sophisticated school in the country by the Wall Street Journal with good reason. Pens, paper and books are all but extinct within the school's confines. Chris Whittle, the founder of the school, assures me that the younger pupils are taught handwriting and Chinese calligraphy but I didn't see a child with a pencil at any point during my visit. We are trying to turn avenues into a paperless place, Whittle concedes. We see the iPad as being a pupil's book bag, so 90% of our texts are on there. So there's no need to read the rest because 2 points are there in the first section. Number 1 is pens, paper and books are all but extinct within the school's confines. So you can take it as an evidence. And second one is we are trying to turn avenues into a paperless place. So this can be taken as the second evidence. So you have to write your own point. This is how I wrote. Number 1, no evidence of traditional methods of communication. As she says, pens, papers and books are all but extinct. Number 2, they seem to avoid using papers. As she says, we are trying to turn avenues into a paperless place. So the point should be taken from you and the evidence can be taken from the text. Question number 9. In your own words, explain what Rebecca Measured, a parent, likes about the school. You have to structure the answer within 8 lines and you are getting 3 marks. 3 marks means you have to find 3 points and you have to use your own words. Here you can easily find the section that is related to Rebecca Measured. This is the section. The reaction from parents has been remarkable. One mother, Rebecca Measured, tells me that she feels lucky to be a part of such an innovative, dynamic, academic environment. Avenues is preparing my child for the 21st century. I like the fact that although the children were being taught largely in a foreign language using technology, there was still a teacher at the front leading the class. Even though the teachers are in charge, it feels like they are giving the children more of a voice, recognizing them as individuals and respecting their different skills. So it's a great mix of old and new. So here you can find 3 points. Number 1, innovative, dynamic, academic. Even if you write only these 3, you are getting full marks. But there are some other points as well. Second one, taught largely in a foreign language using technology. The last one, they are giving the children more of a voice, recognizing them as individuals and respecting their different skills. These are the things that hit Rebecca Measured. This is the sample answer I have written for you. Rebecca seems to be quite contented with the school environment, especially for its modern and lively educational setting. She feels this is the ideal destination for her child to cater to the need of the modern world. She also waves that being well versed with strategic languages with advanced technology would profoundly be benefited to fit in that environment. She further admires the friendly rapport between the teachers and the students, where the students no longer feel manipulated or controlled by the teachers. So here there are many points, but you can use only 3 points out of this. The last question of this section refers to both text 1 and text 2. Which text is better at making the school being described sound attractive? You can choose either text 1 or text 2, but must explain your choice carefully. And you have to give 2 reasons why you chose this text and 1 reason for not choosing the other text. So you may wish to comment on the writer's language and techniques as well. You should support your points with evidence from the text. So here you are getting 6 marks. You are getting 2 marks for 2 points and the evidence another 2 marks. Then 4 marks for your choice and another 2 marks for not choosing the other text. So overall, you are getting 6 marks, and you can write about the writer's language as well. Here are some points for your answer. If you choose Summerhill, you can write about freedom, homely environment, countryside, no compulsory lessons, independent learning. The writer talks about discipline. Out of these few points, you can select 2 points. And additionally, you can write about the language. The language used is less formal, and positive words are used, descriptive language is used, and you can write about the use of repetition. And in addition, you have to write the reasons why you didn't use avenues. I have given 2 points, and you can choose one from these 2. One is because of the less freedom that they are having, and the other one is they have too academic background. So these are the points for your answer. If you choose avenues, you can write about the languages and technology and how they prepare for the 21st century, and the academic environment, self-disciplined environment, and also studious background. Parents are a part of the community and all, and the factual language. And if you write about avenues, you have to write why you didn't choose Summerhill as well. So there are some points. Too vulnerable and less educational background and too much fun, and they are enjoying too much freedom. So you can use these things to write your answer. You have 2 pages, so you are expected to write little more than the other questions. By using your own language, answer the question 10 and send me your answers with your email address so that I can send my reviews. Make sure you've subscribed the channel to get your reviews. See you soon with section B and C. Bye-bye.